All right, so let's use Bootstrap now to add a buttons at the bottom of this footer that's stuck to the bottom of the page. Notice that they're all seem to be all evenly spaced, except perhaps the last one. So these are very commonly used on phones or tablets or in general to allow you to perhaps change modes in an application, right? Or to interact with the with the data that is currently being displayed for either, maybe perhaps sharing the current content or deleting the current content or liking or preference or bookmarking the current content. So let's see how we can do Bootstrap to do that. Um, so so this is the end result that we want, but we're going to get started with from an existing example that we've been working. So here we have the current footer. That's not very interesting, right? It just says footer, and it's implemented currently in this directory called header links from a previous video. So let's copy that so that we can get started from there. There it is, header links. I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to call it footer links. Okay. So let's navigate there to see what we have just when we get started. So footer links, there we go. That's what we have so far. Let's replace this footer with those links at the bottom. Right, so let's come here and let's remove the current div, and instead we're going to split the footer into 6 equal parts, right? Because the result has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 links. So to do that, we're going to use the class row and then split that row into several columns. So we say class, we want this to be a column, extra small. That means that we want this the split to apply for all sizes, right? Starting with the extra small screens all the way up to the large screen, right? So we say that we want to, since we wanted to have 6 columns at the bottom, and in Bootstrap, pages are divided into 12 equal parts by spanning 2 columns. There'll be 6 total columns, right? So there we go. We have the first column, right? And in that first column, let's add a span with a glyphicon in there. Perhaps let's try with glyphicon OK. Let's see what that looks like. If we refresh, there we go. So we have the OK, right? We want, how many? We want 6 of those, right? So we're going to say copy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We refresh. Okay, we're close to that. Before I do that, let's go back to just one of them, because there's something that we need to do for all of them is to make them look like hyperlinks, right? So let's add an href, right? That right currently points to nothing right now. We're not linking it to anything just yet. And it has the glyphicon, right? So let's let's copy this 6 times, right? Did I copy one too many times? No. Okay, that looks right. All right. So what's missing here is that it doesn't look like the content is centered, and also either horizontally or vertically. Right? So to center this vertically, what we could do is to use an additional class, Bootstrap class, that declares this content to be content that is rendered inside of a nav bar, that adds the additional paddings above and below, so it's centered vertically. So let's, I believe navbar text adds that additional padding above and below. So if we refresh, okay, so this centers it vertically, but it looks like it has, looks like it converted into some kind of an inline styling as opposed to becoming a block styling. So one thing that we could do is to perhaps style this to take up the entire width of the page. So perhaps we can say something like width 100. Okay, so if we do that, okay, that looks like it spreads out the content for the entire page. But notice that they seem to be all justified left. Right? So what we could do is to apply centering alignment, text alignment of all these. Or I think we could just apply it way up here, and all the child elements will inherit that styling. Right? So looks like I have an extra quote here. So in here we might say that the text alignment, oops, no, that's not what we want. Text alignment, we want it to be centered, right? So if we refresh, that looks much better, right? So we have all these glyphicons and hyperlinks at the bottom. Looks like they're styled and justified correctly. Obviously, they're not going to all look the same, right? We might want to have the first one be a heart, right? So we want to like bookmark something, or the other one might be a star, right? What else do we have here? We have stars, thumbs up, right? Someone might say thumbs up. There it is. What else do we have? Trash. I don't know what trash is. Is it trash? Maybe it's trash. Trash? Oh yeah, it's trash. And this one, I think this is share. Share alt, I believe it is. So let's refresh. There we go, that's fresh. And the last one is, I believe maybe it's user, like a profile user. There it is. Now this last one, you might have different ones being justified to different places. This one maybe you might decide that you want it to be justified and aligned with this top one. So perhaps this last one you could justify to the right hand side. So for instance, you can maybe do a pull, right? No, not on that one. Perhaps on the hyperlink. There we go. Pulls it right, and it makes it justified with this top level checkbox. So there you have it. Well, we were able to add this bottom navigation on the footer, so that it would be available on all pages. So that will allow you to navigate to perhaps the profile, or allow you to remove the current content, or bookmark, or favorite the content that you're currently looking at.